Your hideout is the most important place to have up and running on a nice level fast in Assassin's Creed Shadows, as with it you will unlock all the essential gameplay features like scouts, the ability to upgrade and engrave gear, take on contracts to get rich quick, locate hidden treasures with legendary gear, and so on. In today's guide, I'm gonna share everything you want to know about it, from the essentials about your hideout to which upgrades to maximize first, boost your efficiency and start farming resources like crazy, recruit more allies, etc. Let's jump right in. Guys, I can't stress this out enough how important it is to maximize your hideout as quick as possible, as it will simply make farming resources at least 3 times more efficient. You will gain access to new allies, scouts, unlock more contracts, and make a truckload of money. All this is essential to upgrade your gear to legendary rank and also gain access to the best engravings in the game. What's really nice is that you will have access to all these perks, bonuses after playing for just a couple hours, as you will unlock the hideout after completing a couple main objectives. At a certain point, you will have the Spark to Flame quest, which will lead you straight to it, which also unlocks a quick travel in the Izumisetsu region for both your characters to get there super fast. During this questline, you will also be introduced with resource farming and placing down your first structure. From the get-go, you will already have access to the Hiroma, or main building, as well as the stables, while you can also unlock the forge, the dojo, and the study. Each building comes with unique perks or bonuses for your base, like upgrading gear or add engravements to it, which is going to make your character a whole lot more powerful in the long run. In the objectives menu, you can find all the different buildings right here in the Hideout tab. Before we go over the most important buildings and which ones you want to prioritize in leveling up to the maximum, let's first talk about the essentials, things you want to do right after you've unlocked the hideout. When on a mission and having to deal with some bad guys, you've probably noticed when you're tagging them, you will also find these yellow dots in the world. These are both resources and treasures. If you get close enough, you will sometimes even notice a treasure chest icon or a barrel. Both of them are interesting, as inside the treasure chests themselves you can find new gear, while all the barrel icons are big piles of resources which you want to tag with scouts to gather these during season shifts. More about that in a second. But long story short, you want to farm as much resources as possible while you're out there on an adventure. Hideout resources are there to unlock new buildings and upgrade them, while with crafting materials you can level up and engrave your weapons and armor. On the world map you can see a lot of valuable information for not only your scouts but also your hideout in general. The bottom left will display how many scouts you still have available for the current season, while in the top right you can see the season clock right here, as well as your scouts activity. They're currently taking 600 crops, 300 ore, and 666 lumber for me. Every time a season change occurs in Shadows, all the resources you've tagged for scouts will be given to you instantly. With the start of a new season, you can see that all our scouts will refresh, while we also get all these hideout resources. The season has changed, alerts, location, and local factions have reset. Now, if we open up the map, you can see that we have 6 new scouts available. Using your scouts to bring valuable resources to your base is essential, while this can also be very expensive, especially in the early game if you failed to pick the right upgrades for your hideout. It will then cost 2 scouts to perform one simple task, and then you will most likely end up with only 1 point left. Feels like you can't do anything with that, but it's important you always get the maximum out of each season refresh. So therefore, what you should do is use these to find your contracts or bad guys. You can track the objectives. This messenger can be found in the Yamashiro region. I've only spent a limited amount of time right here, so barely discovered any parts of it. Specifically, we have to search in the southeastern part of Arashiyama. That's why we haven't seen this blue objective pop up just yet. Good thing is we can use our scout points to also scout these surroundings. Right now, if we press spacebar to dispatch, in the southeast of Arashiyama, so make sure you fine-tune this. Voila, there you will have your objective popping up. Of course, losing 1 scout point, but this is how you can efficiently track down your opponents, basically find everything you need in the world. To maximize your farming efficiency, get the most out of your scout points, it's also not only useful, but super important to know that you can force change the season, instantly switch to the next. For this, you want to look at the clock in the top right of the screen. Right here, you can see how much progression in the game you need before you can make this switch. You can see that 4 bars right here highlight, which simply fill up automatically when you play the game. So make sure you revisit your map from time to time, check out your progress, and if you have either a half or filled up clock, this means you can change the season, which voila, now happens. And we get to a beautiful winter scenario. But again, guys, I can't stress this out enough. Before you switch the seasons, make sure to first use up all your scout points to get the most out of resource farming, getting your hands on money, etc. Talking about money, this is also an interesting topic, which is going to become more and more efficient the more you unlock. Right here we have a Kakurega. If we fast travel to it, well, this is a smaller hideout. These are scattered all across the world, and the higher your Kakurega level is, the more of these places you can unlock. Even give you access to places you haven't really been yet. Right here we can use these fast travels before we even unlock this viewpoint. Anyways, if we go back to this little hideout, you can see that a lot of stuff can be found right here. First off, you can manage your allies right here. Also something you can do from your main hideout, but once you've unlocked new allies, they will pop up in this menu, and you can basically choose which ones you want to roll with. The most important thing probably is the browsing of contracts. It seems that you will always gain access to 3 contracts and 2 opportunities. The first contract comes with the essential resources you're going to need to upgrade your base. A lot of wheat right here, which is something we're going to need. So we're going to accept this contract. We've got the destroyed cache, which comes with resources we're going to need to upgrade our gear and also eliminate some military, for which we get a nice amount of money and also experience. You can also decline contracts, but this doesn't do anything. Seems like you just want to accept and do everything in the list. We also have opportunities. These change from time to time. Sometimes it's a legendary chest in which you will most likely find legendary loot, but also some other things like finding more checkpoints. Be sure to also complete all these contracts each season, otherwise you're gonna miss out on the precious. So make sure you always focus on these daggers, because those are those contracts. It takes just a couple minutes to complete these, very easy to do. These usually also come with an opportunity to tag resources in a very small area, so you can easily bring back more resources to your base with the scouts you still have available. I already mentioned the main way how you can reset or refill scout points. This though can also be done as much as you like inside these smaller hideouts, as long as you have the money to pay them. It will cost 200 each time you do this, but if you want to efficiently, quickly upgrade your gear, maximize the resource yield basically, something I'm going to explain in a second, I think this is a very nice method on getting as much scouts and of course resources as possible every single season. There are already tons of different ways how you can make insane amounts of money in Shadows, which I'm going to share in another video, which you will be able to find in the top right of the screen. Anyways, right here you can also access your storage if you of course decide to store items inside your base, which I never do. I don't see the point of this. And also refill your supplies, something I do all the time really to get new rations and kunai, as I just really love to throw with these little daggers. Now, let's quickly travel back to the hideout, as there are a couple buildings which I think you should unlock ASAP and get to the highest level possible quickly. The first one, pretty ironic because you already have access to it from the very beginning, is the stables, because this one will actually make resource farming so much more efficient. On level 1, stockpiles can be tagged at the cost of 2 scouts, providing resources at the end of each season. Sounds nice, but if you upgrade it to level 2, it will only cost 1 scout point each time you tag, so you can double your resource yield pretty much. But on level 3, scouts smuggle 20% more resources from these stockpiles. And now you want to know that you can have up to 6 scouts every season, and of course reset them as much as you want with the previous method, if you also unlock and maximize the study. Building the study, you will already have another scout joining your ranks, reducing the search zone for quests by 25%. On level 2 though, another scout will join, and level 3 you will have a total of 6 scouts, and also reducing the search zone for quests by 60%. These two are without doubt the most important ones to get your hands on and upgrade ASAP, while the forge is also super important. After you've placed it, you can start upgrading your gear and also dismantle it. This is useful to get your hands on new resources to make upgrading a little bit easier, while on level 2 you can start upgrading gear up to level 40 and also use non-legendary engravings, which are basically upgrades you apply to gear, make them even more powerful. On level 3, obviously we get the highest ranks, level 60 upgrades, and also unlock the ability to apply legendary engravings to both our weapons and armor. Right now we can upgrade our katana to level 20 and also focus on new engravings. The nice thing is, if you scroll down, you can see all the locked ones and know their exact location in Japan. What I like to do is focus on armor damage, as this breaks armor so much easier, take care of bigger guys, which are, let's say, pretty buffed. And the least interesting ones in my opinion for the early game are the Dojo and Kakurega. This one obviously more important compared to the previous one, as it already acquires Scout, allows you to fast travel in between these smaller hideouts, get access to seasonal contracts, supplies, etc. While if you level it up, you can further increase the amount of collectibles, new treasures to find, etc. You can also assign scouts to clear regional alerts, so you basically get rid of the wanted level. On level 3, you will get more Kakurega locations in Japan and also reduce the unlock cost by 30%. And this is super useful in terms of exploration, as right now you will not only have access to your main fast travel or hideout, the viewpoints you've come across during your adventures, but also if you have the coin to spare, you can also purchase these smaller Kakuregas, little hideouts in pretty much each town you visit. The cool thing is, I've only visited the Izumisetsu and Yamashiro region so far, never set foot in Iga, which is, pretty far away from us. Right now though, still because of the higher level Kakurega, I was able to purchase these two quick travels. So very nice if you want to get somewhere without having to spend hours following the roads to a certain town. Ooh, look at that, right now we have snow on our roofs. Anyways, the dojo, I think this one is the least interesting of all because it's focused on upgrading your allies. It will already take a pretty long time before you unlock your first ally to deploy in combat. Anyways, rank 1, you can level them up to initiate rank. Level 2, you can have 2 allies during combat at the same time. And on level 3, you can upgrade them to veteran rank. Again, it's gonna take a long time before you find your first ally, so prioritize your builds and upgrades accordingly. So then it's also gonna be easier to unlock the dojo with the efficient resource farming methods we talked about earlier. Everything is gonna become easier. The final tip I want to give you guys is to just have fun with the game. Explore just however you like it. No. Seriously, what you should do, I think this is a really nice one. Mount Congo Retreat, says wealth low, very close to the Mount Congo fast travel. This is actually a place where you can always tag those resources for pickup. The crazy thing is, this place is just 100 meters away from the quick travel. It comes with barely any defenses, like 2 guards right in front of where we want to be, and actually a truckload of treasure. If we look straight down right here. Check it out. We've got 3 barrels right underneath us, south of the Congo letters, basically. If we just jump down right here without even taking any action, we can start tagging the resources. It's gonna cost only 3 with the upgrades we talked about earlier, which can be done in just a couple seconds. Another one very close to your Amagasaki Kakurega would be the lumber aisle. This one only like 50 meters away from the quick travel, also comes with some of these resources to tag. But yeah, if you have more money to blow, you can literally rinse and repeat this process to get your hands on all the resources you will ever need. This location is also very close to a port trader. You can always check out their shops and unlock even more resources if money isn't a problem in the first place. Both hideout resources and crafting materials to basically get the best upgrades for your gear. Alright, so guys, there you have it. Everything you need to know about the hideout. How you can upgrade it as efficient as possible, get the most out of resource farming, etc. If you enjoyed the content, a like would mean the world to me. And of course, if you have more questions, video suggestions, leave them in the comments down below. Right now though, it's 4 AM out. I want to wish you an amazing day. I'll check you in the next video or live stream. Peace.